Hey guys, welcome back to Engineers Hub. Today in this video, you can learn to create bank console application using ASP.NET Core. So this is our console app and you can see the message welcome to the XYZ bank. You can also see that you can choose an option for create and managing your banking account. You need to type 1, which is for the creating bank account, then just press enter. You can see that enter account type 1 for savings. So if you include the number other than 1, you can see you will get an error, only saving account type 1 is available. So I need to include here 1. It's saying to enter the saving account number, and if I register less than 10 digit, then you will also get an error. That is, to create an account, the account number must have at least 10 digits. So you need to type here new account number. Here I'm just gonna give 1 to 9 and 1. It should be of at least 10 digit. So you can give any 10 digit account number which will be registered for the bank. And here I'm gonna give the account holder name to test. And let's say we are gonna give the initial balance of 100. So you can see the message saving accounts created successfully. And here is our account information. So now we can proceed to our next step, that is the managing account number. So for that you just need to type 2, and now here you need to enter your registered account number which we had registered moments ago. So let's say for first I'll give the wrong account number, and you can see it will show the error account not found. Now I'm gonna enter the correct account number, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 1, and you can see we will be proceeded forward. You can perform these operations. And now let's say I'm gonna go to deposit. So for that I'm simply gonna type 1. I'm gonna deposit the amount 100. We can write any deposit purpose. You can see the message deposited USD 100 and new balance with the added amount. And now let me go again back to managing account to perform withdraw. So for withdraw I'm gonna type 2, and let's say I'm gonna give the withdrawal amount 1000. And you can see if I try to withdraw amount more than the actual amount present in the bank, then it will show that insufficient funds for withdrawal. So now I'll just withdraw amount less than it. So here I can withdraw 200. You can see this amount is being withdrawn, and it is also showing the new balance, that is USD 0. It's because we had 200 total balance. If I go back to manage, and now you can see we have the option for display account information. For that I'm gonna type 3. It's showing the information of the account, that is the account number and account holder name, and also our account balance. We can also see our transaction history, that is we had deposited 100 and withdrawn 200. So minus sign indicates that we had withdrawn the amount. In managing account we have no other option, so we can type 4 in order to go back. And here you can see now we can finally exit this by typing 3, and you can see we'll get the message, thank you for using the XYZ bank and goodbye. Do watch my full video in order to create this bank console. I'm also gonna provide this source code on my description below. You can download it from my GitHub. First you need to open your Visual Studio. You just need to click on create a new project, and here you can see the console app. You just need to click on it, or you can search from the above and click on next. And here I'm gonna give the project name to bank console application, and you can also choose your desired path and just click on next. And here I'm gonna choose .NET 8.0. You should enable do not use top level statements, and just click on create, and you can see it's creating our project. So this is our program.cs. So here is our main function. So this is our entry point of our C# console application. So here you can change this hello world to welcome to XYZ bank. So now I'll just configure my account. Let's say I'm going to create my account, and for that you need to create your new interface. So I'm gonna right click on my project. You just need to go on add. In the new item, I'm gonna name it to iaccount.cs. So this is our interface, and I'm gonna remove these things. Here I'm gonna add the interface for my account. The field for the account can be account number. We can also add account holder. It is simply the name of the person having the account. Also gonna include the balance. Let's also include for deposit and withdraw. I'm gonna include the parameters amount and description for deposit and withdraw. And finally we can add display account info method, which will be designed to display account information to the user. We have just encapsulated it within this method. Let's go back to our program.cs and include the interface iaccount here. Now here this loop ensures that program continues running indefinitely until explicitly terminated. I will mention please choose an option to the user, and let's present the user with menu of options. The option 1 would be creating bank account. Two for managing bank account, and 3 would be exit. Let's declare integer variable named choice to store user's input. Now I'm gonna use try parse inside while loop. And check if choice is less than 1 or greater than 3. So this console will be displayed if the choice value will be less than 1 or greater than 3. For this I'll give error of invalid input, and please enter a number between 1 and 3. So I'm gonna use switch statement here for choice, and in case 1 I'll create for create account. So first let me create method for creating account. Here we have made a slight error in this loop. Actually it should not be closed here, it should also include the choice. So I'm gonna remove it, and we also have one closing loop missing below, so let's add it. Now let me continue on this method. I'm also gonna include my account interface here with parameter accounts. On the console, I'm gonna write to enter the account type, that is one for savings. We can declare here integer account type. Let's again use try parse in the while loop, and if the account type is not 1, then the error message will be displayed. We can give the error of only saving account is available at the moment. We can also ask to re-enter the account type. Let's use this create method in our above case 1 of choice. I will also add switch in this part. If the account type is equal to 1, the create savings account method is called. So let me also create saving account method here. I'm also gonna include the interface I account with the parameter accounts. Inside this, we can ask the user to enter saving accounts number. Now we can store the user input account number from the console using console.readline. We have stored it in the variable account number. Now we can check for account number validity and uniqueness. So I'm gonna use method is valid savings account number and is account number unique. I'll also create this method. So for validity, let's provide length greater or equal to 10. And let's allow character to be digit. So here we are using static for all of these because it belongs to the class itself rather than to a specific instance of a class. In the context of console application, it's common to use static method for simplicity because they don't require an instance of a class to be accessed. So for uniqueness, we are gonna check from the interface and let's use links any method. So this method checks if there is any account in the accounts list whose account number matches the account number passed as an argument. In this case, it's returning true for no match since we have used negation here. And now let's go back to our create part. Let me assign the return value from get validated account holder name to variable account holder. So here we can create this method. I'm gonna include string account holder. First we can ask the user to enter the account holder name. And let's store the entered account holder name by the user using console.readline. And now I will include isAlphabetic with spaces method in which we will define the logic to determine if the input string contains only alphabetic characters and spaces. After validating account holder with this method, the length of name should be greater than or equal to 4. In case if the condition is not met, we can simply provide this error message, that is, account holder name must be alphabetic and at least 4 characters. Once a valid account holder name is entered, the validated account holder name stored in account holder variable is returned by the method. So now let's complete the isAlphabetic with spaces method. So this part checks if all the characters in the input string are letters. And if first condition is false, this part will be evaluated, which checks if all the characters in input string are either letters or white spaces. Now scroll up and in the create account we can now add error for the default indicating invalid account type. And in our create savings account method, we can ask the user to enter the initial balance. We can call get validated amount method to the initial balance. And let's create this method. Here I'm gonna provide validation for amount to be greater than 0. If it's less than 0, then we can provide error message that it must be non-negative number, and we can ask to re-enter the amount. And now I will return the amount. So we have also completed amount validation, and now we are on halfway to our project completion. In the next video, we'll complete this project. So that's all for the first part of our bank console project. Thank you guys for watching this video.